This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, Brayan Bello was terrific. Couldn't ask for anything more from the Red Sox starter on Friday night. Red Sox pull off the victory back home to Fenway, back in the win column. The one negative in this one, how long is Tristan Casas going to be out? The injury that he suffered early on in the game, running over the bag at first as a hitter, did not look good. We're going to discuss that and plenty more as we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer, show host, ESPN Radio, satellite radio. Yeah, I was in the Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts, whatever you want to call it, on Lobster Lake in Maine, back when the Red Sox acquired Dave Henderson and Spike Owen from the Seattle Mariners. That was in August of 1986. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which you know is available and free wherever you get your podcast. On our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast, we're talking about a solid win for the Red Sox. Lou Merloni said, yeah, the big two-out magic from Rafael Devers to break the 1-1 tie in the seventh big, but even bigger, the Red Sox did add on in the eighth inning, and Liam Hendriks got the job done in the ninth, and you save Aroldis Chapman for another day. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation, watching live on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button. Join the conversation. Also hit me up. Follow on X, where I'm really not that funny, at Lennox on Baseball with questions, comments, or concerns. Red Sox win the opener, back in the win column, and 2 games above 500.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Talk about Brayan Bello. You're going to talk about the timely hitting. You're going to talk about Alex Bregman hitting another home run in the first inning. That'll be part of Numbers of the Night coming up in just a few moments. We're going to talk about Tristan Casas and the leg injury that he suffered early on in the game. His first at bat, got to the bag at first base, left leg landing on the bag, and with that toppling down and going down, had to be stretchered off the field. And you know, I was looking at the images on social media of Casas as he was on the stretcher, and it was a typical Tristan Casas look, just knowing that it was serious. And, you know, in pain, but not showing that he was in pain. When he went down, he immediately grabbed at his left leg and then came over on his back. They brought the golf cart out. They brought the stretcher out from beyond the first base dugout. We're going to get into that, but I'm telling you right now, I don't want anyone participating with us. If you're on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, first off, thank you very much. But no comments of like, this is a good thing for the Red Sox, okay? This is an injury, and it could be a severe injury for Tristan Casas. Could be season ending. And I don't want to hear any snarky comments. This isn't the place for it. You want to go onto your social media outlets, go right ahead. So that is laid down right here. Now, our everydayers, we don't get that kind of stuff, and I don't think we're going to get it, but anticipating it possibly happening, don't want to hear it. Going to read it, but not going to read it out loud. So I'll save you some keystrokes right off the bat. This is a good victory outside of the injury. So it's probably somber somewhat in the clubhouse. Don't have Nesson on off in the distance beyond my computer right now, so not getting the update. If you've got an update, sometimes we get them from our viewers on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. And if you have one from Nesson, would love to hear it. I'm sure Alex Cora is going to address it on some level. I believe Tristan Casas was being taken to a local hospital after suffering the injury early on. Anyway, we will get more into that because it's now who's on first. We'll get into that in our second segment. Bello was terrific. 6 2/3 innings. No decision, but the Red Sox are now 3-0 in his first 3 starts of the season. So Bello, first time out at Cleveland in a 13-3 win, gave up 3 earned runs over 6. Last time out in an 8-3 victory at Fenway against the Mariners, went 5 innings, gave up 1 earned run, walked 3, struck out 3, got 10 ground ball outs. I believe he got 9 ground ball outs, and his fastball can play at the big league level. We know that. Lou Merloni was touching on it on a couple of occasions. And Bello, nothing but impressed with his outing. The only walk he allowed was in that final inning. But the Red Sox are now, he took a no decision. Wilson got the final out as Julian overran the bag. Did get credit for a stolen base in that inning in the 7th, but then the tag applied by David Hamilton. 1-1 ball game. And again, Alex Bregman, first inning home run. Bregman now has 8 home runs on the season for the Red Sox. Number of the night, Look this one up on Baseball Reference. I knew it was a big number. But 5 of his 8 home runs early on this season for the Red Sox in the first inning. 3 this week. So Bregman again giving the early lead. Bello gave up a solo home run to Jeffers in the 3rd inning. That's the blemish. That's it. Wilson got that final out. And then Weissert getting the job done. How about a shot in the arm for the bullpen with Greg Weissert? Weissert worked a scoreless 8th inning, gave up a hit, struck out 3 in the inning. And then Chapman was throwing. And then Liam Hendricks got up as well in that 8th inning. And in that 8th inning, after taking the 3-1 lead with a 2-out RBI magic from Rafael Devers in the 7th inning, scorched the ball towards second, went off Julian, 2 runs coming to score. But in that 8th inning, and Lou Merlone touched on it late, loved it. Trevor Story, nice to see him hitting again. Single, stolen base, Romy Gonzalez, double down the right field line, almost hit a home run over that short wall just beyond the pesky pole. Gonzalez with the RBI double to make it 4-1. He picked up a stolen base. Hamilton RBI double, 3rd hit of the game, 5-1. Duran RBI single, reaching now in 18 straight games. And then Duran on the base hit by Devers, cut down at the plate, ruled safe initially. And yes, someone's got to hit that 7-second delay on the Nesson broadcast. It's a home plate umpire, and when they came back for the top of the 9th inning, Dave O'Brien mentioned it of, the umpire dropped the F-bomb and, upset. Umpires are upset when they miss calls. The home plate umpire in that situation, you heard him say, you may have heard it on Nesson, said what he said. And then Hendricks, leadoff single in the 9th inning, ends it with a double play ground ball. And I love the fact that Hendricks could come in, scoreless 9th inning, and Dave O'Brien, Lou Merlone said it, Chapman's still throwing. And that counts as he was up and he was heated, and he was ready to come in for the ninth inning in what was a 3-1 ball game going to the bottom of the 8th. But now you're able to save him for another day. And that sets him up nicely, right? You got a 1 or 2 or 3 run lead on Saturday. Bring Chapman in, he closes the door, and he's been solid. So Hendricks, a big part of it as well. But great to see Hamilton. 4 stolen bases total in the game for the Red Sox, 2 for Hamilton. And Hamilton, 3 base hits, 2 runs scored. Hey, it seemed, last year, he had a positive impact on so many games. And this year, the at-bats have been few and far between. And he's got to be able to produce when he gets the opportunities. And he got it on Friday night in the opener. Christian Campbell, AL Rookie of the Month. That was announced on Friday. Dave O'Brien said during the Nesson broadcast, hopeful to be back on Saturday, dealing with a little bit of rib soreness right now. So Hamilton, move him around. Maybe Story gets a day off on Saturday. Maybe not, because the 2 hits, you want to now, build on that. But Story got things going in that 3-run 8th inning as the Red Sox were able to add on something they did not do in the previous 2 nights against the Blue Jays. 6-0 lead, 6-6, 7-6 loss. And then last night, had the lead, then didn't have the lead. So maybe you took my advice, maybe you didn't. But this is a Twins team that's now 7 under 500. And the Red Sox, you're thinking 2 out of 3. You win Saturday, you go into Saturday night, you put your head on the pillow thinking we got Crochet on Sunday and we're going for the series sweep. That's how it's set up right now. We'll see how it plays out. On Saturday, Hunter Dobbins is up. Lots going on with the Red Sox. Lots. Connor Wong activated in his game in his first game since early April. Back. Sable goes down. Option not taken off the 40-man roster. Doesn't have to happen right now. So if there's an emergency, he has to come back up. That's available to the Red Sox. Yasmani Grandal is apparently staying with the Red Sox. He's going to stay in AAA, continue to get at bats. I guess he could have opted out right on May 1. But he's going to stick around. Next time they have to add a man to the 40-man roster, Sable's probably your guy. That's speculation. I'll admit that right now. Enough of me. Let's get to you. With us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that comment button, and let's go. Because as bad as the last 2 nights have been, and I don't know if you took my advice or not, some of it was sarcastic and tongue-in-cheek. I tend to do that. But if you thought, you know what, Lennox was right, I'm not going to watch Friday night, and then during the day Friday, you're like, forget Lennox, I'm going to watch the game, then I'll watch Locked On Red Sox postcast, that's fine too. Redeemed, good win. Not going there, buddy. You got anything negative to say or positive that Casas went down with the injury? I'm not reading it. And you might be on double secret probation. Redeemed, redeem yourself. Smoke Dog 1982, our guy Derek. I will take it. I hope Casas is okay. Looked bad. It really did. Jeffrey checking in, saying hello to everyone on this Friday night. Smoke Dog 1982 again. The team always gets up for a Bello start. I'm fine with that. Get up the next time he goes too. And he pitched well. He pitches fast. And he's got something in that body language right now. He's just going out there with a ton of confidence. And it's great to see. It really is. One more time, our guy Derek. Bregman is everything that was advertised. And Lou Merlone and Dave O'Brien said it early on. You're watching this guy every single day now. And with that, you're seeing what he's capable of. You see him for a series here or there, and the Red Sox seen him at Fenway with the Astros the last couple of years, and he just beats up on, he loves hitting at Fenway Park. That was known coming into the season. Long time ago, Bob Carpenter, now in his final season as a big league announcer, many years with the St. Louis Cardinals, many years now with the Washington Nationals. I asked him a long time ago when I was hosting on satellite radio, what do you see every day from Albert Pujols? This was when Pujols was young in his career with the Cardinals. And he liked the question. Bob is terrific. I've got great admiration for him. And it was, it was just the little things that he does, how he prepares and all those different things. And the Red Sox fans, broadcasters are seeing what Alex Bregman brings every single day. And a big part of that as well is in the clubhouse. Adam, Bregman signing saved the team this year. So far, so good. Yeah. And it wasn't like he was signed in December or early January when the calendar turned to 2025, right? Kind of took a while for that one to work itself out. Jeffrey, I believe probably Vaughn Grissom will be coming up from the minors. I know he has been playing a little bit, playing first base a little bit, and that's something we're going to touch on here in segment number 2. If OB hadn't clarified, wouldn't have known who dropped that F-bomb. Yeah, it was I knew immediately it was a home plate umpire. He was upset with himself that he missed the call. And I think basically he was saying, bleeping, I saw it. And he still ruled safe. It happens. And again, he's going to take that back to the hotel tonight. He's going to look at it a million times. Umpires do not like missing calls. And that's a captain obvious, but some people don't believe that. They take great pride in the job that they do. And it's not an easy job. Leaving that one alone. Raymond, good job, Sox. Jeffrey, Alex Corey just said, okay. Alex Corey just said he's at the hospital now getting more tests, and that's all. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate that. And that's kind of what you were anticipating, but I do appreciate that very much. Again, we come on almost immediately after the game, after the final out. So didn't watch Nesson from there. But it did look serious. I mean, it's going to be an IL stint. Casas isn't going to be in the lineup on Sunday. Not going to be in the lineup next week against the Rangers at Fenway. It's a serious one. Glad to have you on board. We're going to get into the options at first base. I've got a couple I'll throw out there. You want to throw them out there as well? Go right ahead. Who's on first for the Red Sox going forward? At least in the short term, it's not going to be Tristan Casas, and that might be long term. Remember, this team played an extended period of time without Casas last year because of injury, and it looks like they're going to do it again in 2025. Locked On Red Sox postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Network, your team every day. We are presented by Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K. Did you know that your Fire TV is also an Xbox? Turn any TV into your gaming and entertainment hub with Fire TV Stick 4K devices. No console required. Just grab your paired controller, subscribe or sign in to Xbox Games Pass Ultimate with EA Play included, and you're ready to go. Dive into hundreds of premium titles, including EA Sports, College Football 25, Call of Duty, and with that, it's just as easy as when you stream your favorite shows, hotel stays, family visits, or even just in the bedroom. Fire TV Stick 4K makes it possible to keep playing from almost anywhere. With Fire TV Stick 4K, everything is in one place, from Netflix to YouTube and beyond. Head to Amazon.com/Fire TV Locked On to get started. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription and compatible controller are required. Available on select devices, including Fire TV Stick 4K second generation, Fire TV Stick 4K Max first and second generation, and Fire TV Cube third generation. Again, head to Amazon.com/Fire TV Locked On to get started. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription and compatible controller are required. All right, so the Red Sox win. 6-game homestand off Monday. First of 3 with the Rangers on Tuesday. 2 more to go in this series. You win on Saturday. You've got Crochet for the series finale on Sunday. Bello, terrific. Roster moves. Walker Buehler on the injured list. Right shoulder inflammation. One place it said bursitis. Basically, it's very similar. I looked bursitis up. A lot of, the inflammation that's in there. Wear and tear and, rest right now. Possibility that they have to do some other things, but rest for a week or two, see how he responds. And basically, he wasn't responding from his last outing, getting ready for his next start. And good for him for telling the Red Sox. Buehler knows. Buehler knows when it's, you got to pitch when there's a little pain, and then when you got to pitch and you got to tell somebody about what's going on. And good for him. It's not the elbow, it's the shoulder. He's had the elbow issues. Hopefully, he's good to go in a couple of weeks, just like Richard Fitz. But Hunter Dobbins coming back up and scheduled to make the start. Already 2-0 on the season. And Dobbins, your starter in Game 2 against the Twins, who are a team that's now 7 under 500, and they've been dreadful on the road as well. Connor Wong, again, activated in the lineup for the first time since early April. So Casas probably IL'd. Now, Vaughn Grissom, we've already heard it, opportunity there. During the game, I actually was thinking Trevor Story, move him. And there was a couple other people on social media. It's a lot of moving parts. But Story to first, Rafael to short, and you bring up Roman Anthony. And I would rather see Roman Anthony in center field because to the point of Friday night, Jarren Duran, I've said it before, it's a pleasure watching him play that wall. It's a pleasure watching him play balls off the Green Monster. I think it was Dave O'Brien who alluded to it, a Fenway single off the Green Monster. And runners know. Duran locates the ball, plays it perfectly, bare hands it most of the time, and fires back in. And guys aren't even thinking to. Duran, think about this. Think about Duran, the hitter at the plate. Hits one off the Green Monster. Out of the box from the left side, thinking to. Duran, the left fielder, trying to throw out Duran, the hitter, now base runner. He's thinking too. Most guys are thinking Duran's going to get that ball in, play it off the wall perfectly, get it back in. I'm going to settle for my Fenway single. Rafael Devers. Can you put him at first base? I'm not a big fan of having just one guy DH almost every game. And Devers' bat, you're just not going to take out of the lineup. Now, you're not putting Devers at first base Saturday or Sunday. I don't think so. If we knew that Rafael Devers was taking ground balls at first base, or if he had been taking ground balls at first base, somehow, some way, we'd be privy to that information. It would have gotten out, right? Maybe he starts taking ground balls at first base over the next couple of weeks. See if there's a comfort level there. Maybe he goes in and says, hey, if this is serious, he's done for the year, give me the glove, and we'll do it this way. I'm open to that too. But maybe Vaughn Grissom might be the best option right from, the weekend. Now, you can put Gonzalez there. You could possibly put, Connor Wong could possibly go there, and you get more time behind the plate for Narvaez. And as solid as Wong can be behind the plate, Narvaez is right there with him defensively and probably maybe a tick or two better. So those are some of the options. Did you come up with an option? Michael, that's the way it's done. Small ball. Bunt, bunt, bunt. Michael, I'm giving you a virtual hug right now and a high five as well. Yeah, I mean, come on. Get the bunt down. Hamilton, a bunt base hit. That guy should try. I mean, it's present day, but Hamilton, get out of a funk. Get on. And, before the 7th inning, there were squandered opportunities. Hamilton, a bunt base hit in the 5th inning. Cora with a smile in the dugout, stole second, stole third, left stranded. Devers, 6th inning, double. Bregman ground out to short, did not move the runner. Abreu struck out. Story, infield base hit. Then Romy Gonzalez struck out, 2 left on. And then Cedar Rafaela got a bunt down. Sometimes I tell my wife, don't reward the teenage boys just because they did one thing the way you wanted them to do it. Let them do it consistently. I'm not patting Cedar Rafaela for getting down a bunt at the major league level. Years ago when I was in the minors, and then after that, big league broadcasters are like, well, they should have learned that in the minors. They're taught in the minors. Present day, they still probably get some bunts down in BP. Maybe that's not completely part of the routine. Maybe they just say, hey, you're not going to be bunting. No, you should still be able to bunt as a big league hitter. Get the bunt down. So I celebrated the fact that the Red Sox actually executed some small ball, and I love it. It can lead to a big inning. It really can in so many different ways. But Rafaela gets a bunt down. Good for him. And where was it? Michael, you started this. And again, I'm on board with it. You know what also, this is my final point on bunting. Even at the big league level, how many times teams can't field a bunt and get an out somewhere? Can't do it. Get a good bunt down, put the pressure on the defense, and see how often, it's not 50-50, but on occasion they'll throw a ball away or bobble a ball, and they don't do bunt defense. So there you go. That's my tangent on the bunt. I'm not blaming Michael, but he opened up the door. Smoke Dog 1982, believe Vaughn Grissom will get the call. And I think he's deserving. Oh, Derek. I don't know what else they could do aside from maybe re-signing Dom Smith, which would be just fine. You guys are just tugging at the emotionals, the strings right now, right? You know how to get me going. Yeah, bring him back. You also have a guy who can throw an inning in the blowout, right? Dom Smith. Steve, me and you are the only people who are enjoying watching Duran play the wall. I hear so many complaints about him being the weak link in the outfield. No, and he made a diving catch down the right field line. Or left field line, pardon me, early on in the game as well. They showed the uniform. Scraped himself up. No, Duran plays that Fenway Green Monster as well as anyone I've seen in recent years. I don't know that you can name anyone better. What's next? Dobbins goes. So who's on first? We're going to find out. Let's do this because we don't do it a lot. The at-bat of the night has, that eighth inning was big, but Devers coming through in that situation with 2 down in the 7th. I thought, is that an E4 as 2 runs coming to score, breaking the 1-1 tie? But Devers coming through in that situation. And then I was really tinkering with Story leading off the 8th inning with the base hit, got that 3-run going. But, Devers breaking the 1-1 tie, getting the job done. And that was big for the Red Sox. Bello, yeah, I'm giving it to him.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Bello didn't earn the win. Wilson got the victory, and I think he threw just 2 pitches, but that's okay. Got the final out in that 7th inning in relief of Brayan Bello. But, Wilson picked up his first win of the season through 2 pitches. Bello 6 2/3, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Loved the line. And I've said it before, I was hoping he would be able to get through 7 once he took the mound in the 7th inning, but he got up to 102 pitches. No need. 6 2/3, you'll take that from Brayan Bello. And I believe it's 6 starts in a row now for the Red Sox where their starter has given you a quality outing. So again, the Red Sox need complete wins. When I say complete wins, starting pitching, bullpen, defense, and the hitting as well. They got pretty much everything. Did commit 1 error in the game. That was on Hamilton. So the streak of 4 straight games without an error comes to an end for the Red Sox. But they've been playing better defensively. 12-game hit streak, part of numbers of the night for Bregman. Duran has reached safely now. A hit in 17 of 18, but he's reached base safely in 18 straight games. I believe that is a career high. And Bregman, 8 home runs. Opened up with it, we'll close with it. Number of the night for the Red Sox. Why do you pitch to Alex Bregman in the first inning? Bregman, 8 home runs on the season. 5 of them have come in the first inning. Alex Bregman as advertised, and even more in his first season with the Boston Red Sox. Back with you Saturday. Red Sox trying to go up, clinch the series, go up 2-0 with Garrett Crochet on the mound for the series finale against the Twins on Sunday. Right now, this is a Twins team that's scuffling a bit, and you just want to keep putting the pedal to the metal and step on their neck and win 2 out of 3 in this series. But if you win with Dobbins on the mound on Saturday, you'll have an opportunity for the series sweep coming on Sunday, which we know is Crochet Day. We'll be on with you within minutes of the final out of Saturday's Game 2 of the 3-game series between the Twins and Red Sox from Fenway Park. Red Sox, again, are going to try to make it 2 wins in a row in this series. Locked On Red Sox, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, Locked On Red Sox, your team, your Sox, every day.